Alright guys, welcome back. This time with Majid. From this moment on going, we are going to talk about a clothing line, reasons why she started clothing and the clothing industry in Ghana, and a whole lot of other interesting revelations. If let's talk about your clothing line. The name of your clothing line is Handy
Couture.
Handy Couture. Okay, so why Handy Couture?
The name is Handy because my name is Hannah Bachufo, so the first three letters, and Handy because I wanted it to be clothes that we can just grab and go whenever, like we need to step out or something like that.
Okay.
Than the regular kaba and slate that kind of.
Okay, talking about kaba and slate, I kind of feel like your new clothing lines is kind of blended with the traditional way and the modern way of dressing.
Yeah.
Why that blend? What
strong.
motivated you?
Okay, so when I was in school, like level 200, I used to shop clothes from outside the country, like Pretty Little Things, Zafu, and some other stores. And I was thinking, like, see the cost I bear in shipping all these to my country. Like, what's the best way to help my own country? Or like, what's the best way to make the clothes that I'm shopping in Ghana here,
okay.
Right? So if you watch the slogan of Handy Couture, is the Pan-African styler.
Okay.
So I didn't want it to look like something that is a style of just Ghanaians or Ghanaian styles. I wanted something that we could export out there, like something that we can shop from here to there too. So that was my little dream. I mean, no dream is little, but that was where the inspiration started from.
Okay.
And I wanted it to be something that we use our own fabric to do. Like I picked the dress that I've shopped and I'm looking at it, I'm like, so are you trying to tell me no Ghanaian seamstress can make this here in Ghana with our own fabric?
Okay.
Yeah, so that is where I got the inspiration from. Yeah.
Okay, so the fabrics, normally, do you actually, when it comes to the design, I realize there is, I don't know if I should use the word too much exposure when it comes to the dresses, but I'm sure maybe it's because of the line, the clothing line, you guys have a name for it. A collection. Because of the new collection. Yeah. So is it a way of maybe trying to be different from other clothing lines, or it's just your way of maybe this collection I need to make it look like this? Why that kind of way?
So we wanted the modern girl to have the same vibe as she would if she was in the dress, the already made, let me put it that way, already made dress that she would shop for. Okay. Right? So however way she was wearing it, the fabric should be the same, or the style. So I started sketching like the dresses.
Okay.
In my room. I started making some sketches when I thought of putting this dream into a reality. Then I consulted some couple of seamstresses that I know for advices, and they knew how to go about and the type of fabric to choose for the particular style.
Okay.
You get it? So it's not the moment you mention African print, probably, let me say the modern girl, to anyone, they're going to say, kaba and slit and all of that. But the same exposure she would have given to the already made dress is the same thing we plan on making the girl feel. So this is like a sample that
okay, so I don't know if she can just give us a 360.
Okay, so this is like one. And
interesting. Okay, so
thank you.
If how many collections do you have right now?
Just two.
Just two.
Yeah, the two-piece collection, like mostly clothes that I used to shop were two-piece. So we did the two-piece collection, and we recently tried the gown collection. But we're doing it in a way that each collection should have the same Ghanaian vibe. We don't want it to lose its culture though. So we try to originality. Thank you. So we try to name each collection. We try to name each collection by the symbols that we have. So we plan to use Sankofa and the other symbols that we have. Symbols. Yes, the Dimkra symbols that we have to for each collection that we release. So
the first collection you said is two-piece.
Yes.
So what was the idea behind the two-piece collection?
The market that we realized we were having were people buying the already made two-piece from us.
Okay.
So the sketches that we made from there were basically like two pieces.
Okay, so that means two different colors of fabrics, then you just join them together?
No, the same fabric, but the dress is either a top or down.
Oh, okay.
So
that's
it could be
the
a tra, yes. It could be a tra, it could be a skirt, it could be a jumpsuit, but then it has like the crop top here and that comes vibe.
Oh, okay.
Yes, please.
Right. So when you brought out the first collection and the second collection, did you bring it to the market?
Yeah, I brought samples to the market.
So how was the market like? Let's talk about the
Wow.
market, the Ghana market.
The Ghana market.
Yeah.
Is it when you have a dream in your head and you think, oh, this Sunday is easy and oh, you can get it far. It's not easy. It's not easy. Oh. Hey, like I thought, like the way they used to buy the already made and things like that, it would be. I calculated with my little economic background, my manufacturing cost, and I'll get this profit on it. But in reality, no, it's not. These seamstresses and these the women that sell the fabric, like every time you go, they are giving an excuse that price is not cost, so you have to come and do your math and check everything like that. But for my first collection, I just thought of just giving it a try. I wasn't really in there to make profit. Like I felt like I wanted people to be confident in, or let people have hope in like African clothes and all that. So I really wasn't expecting any major profit from it. But in a sense, I was then making losses. And I was like, I have to do the calculations and make everything right. At least if I wasn't gonna make not a loss, but if I wasn't gonna make it, yes, equal. So I just made some samples for some friends to try, and they really liked it. Yeah.
Do you think the market is good for the upcoming designers like you?
Yeah, it's.
Or you think
good.
something is not right in the market?
I think it all boils down to making people believe more in our homemade stuff. Or like,
no, you see, when you say it boils down to making people believe in our homemade stuff, in Ghana right now, we have a lot of people wearing like African prints more often than even let's say international stuff. But I still hear people, friends, colleagues still making noise that the market is not good. So does it boil down to your price, or is it just that we are not seeing the market as we are supposed to see the market, or just like it's one way? Just a few people are getting the money, but others are not getting the money.
Not really. Like it's how do I even put this? It's time we start putting price on our own made things, like valuing it. Someone like, he would buy already. Why should he come and buy the African print this price? But the cost and everything attached to it is a lot. It's quite a lot. So for the person to make the same price, if he sells it as the price of the already made, I think people should get it. Like she's not just getting up to price it that way because he feels that way about it. Yeah. So we should put more value into, like, let's equally treat the African fabric or the African made dress just as we treat the already made dress. So if it is 90 cedis, let's get even and sell our own to 90 cedis.
So right now you're talking about pricing.
Yeah. So we should put more value into, like, let's equally treat the African fabric or the African made dress just as we treat the already made dress. So if it is 90 cedis, let's get even and sell our own to 90 cedis.
So right now you're talking about pricing. What do you add on to your clothing line to change, to make the difference in the market, to make sure the person buys what you have?
Okay, so that is how we market our clothing line. Well, it all depends on the style that you are bringing. If it is not one way, if it is that there is diversity in what you're doing, like you enjoy it, you have, like when we want our customers to put it on and feel very comfortable in them. The texture is not something that is, you wear it 1 or 2 and you should do the laundry and it should be ripping off or something like that. But I believe handicraft clothes are very, very unique, and the texture is just as how it should be. And that is and before we even do that, because most of our fabrics are not stretchy, just as the already made would fit a size 12 or size this one. We have this we have Google Document. Okay. When a customer places an order for a dress that he saw on the store, we also have our store on Ahenepa. You can check www.ahenepa and check handicraft. We have some couple of
So if someone makes the order over
there,
you get
before, yes, because we want the dress to fit just as how they want it. I mean, sometimes they may recommend that they want they don't want the same fabric, but then they like the style. They want a different fabric. So we indicate that we forward the Google documents to them. They'll fill maybe the necessary measurements that the seamstress would need, so it would fit evenly. We don't want something that is oversized or undersized or something like that. So when they fill that form, that is how we do it. So we use just 3 working days to get your, so we make a pre-order, or we may have samples that we feel may not fit. If we see your size and we feel like this, the ones available is going to fit, then we just do the delivery to you. But if it's not, we send a Google document, you provide the necessary measurements that you need for that, then you email it back to us, or you just reply that and then you send it to us, and we sew it, and in 3 working days we get the seamstress to do it to you.
Okay, so with your new collection, is it more of an office wear, or it's more of like a casual, like maybe Saturday, Sunday outing?
Then we are going to have another collection that is also going to cover the office, but we have some samples of office skate wear for the females. We haven't tried the male yet.
So why are you focusing on the females?
No, we are not focusing just. So if you check the logo, before I started, I sorted. I asked some couple of friends for advice and all that. I had wanted to make the logo feminine.
Okay.
And I realized, no, what if this grows into something bigger? Then I'll have to change the whole branding again. So I chose a logo that is, I search for symbols that represent Pan-African, a style that is not just African, but can be worn any part of Africa in any part of the world. And I got that logo. So if you realize that logo is not, you wouldn't even think it's more fashion, but it signifies unity, like 3 rings that is bonded together. Yeah. So that doesn't mean we've forgotten the male totally, but something that both male and female also can wear. Just that the attention hasn't really boiled down into male, but it's something that we're going to dig in soon.
You're doing a gown, right?
It's a gown.
Okay, with African fabric.
Yeah, it's African fabric. It's not new though, but just that we are trying that and want to know how to dig into that aspect of them. If you are ordering it, probably for an event, we would present some sample that we sketch.
Okay. And
you may choose from, or you may want to add some additions. Some people may also come with their designs and ask for your advice and how do they go about it. We do that too. But the few that we did were just a gown with some panels attached to it and some.
But do you think you can penetrate that market?
Well, you're not gonna find out if you don't try. If you don't try it, but we would conquer, I believe.
Do you have a sample here?
Yes.
Can you show us?